Stretch your stuff, walk it out. Do a little twist, gonna do it right now. Cause it's your day, it's a good day. It's a good day, it's a good day. Wake up full of purpose, fully blessed. Lights, camera, action, it's my time now. Gotta find peace somewhere. About to go crazy, lose my mind in my hair. I'm just out here living my life. Haters, can you leave me alone? I know you feel some kind of way.
Hey, what's up guys? It is Thais here. So today I will be teaching you all how to braid if you are a total beginner. So I will be breaking it down to you, teaching you how to part your hair effectively, how to grip and perfect the cornrow or the braid. So the difference between a braid and a plait is that a braid sticks to the head. So a braid lays flat, but a plait is when you have a plait that's going loose. So a braid that's loose, it doesn't stick to the head. So that's the difference. Today we will be learning how to braid, how to actually make your plait stick to your head and lay flat to your head. So keep watching. So the first step to braiding is to make sure that your hair is stretched. So if you are completely new to braiding and you have natural hair, make sure that your hair is stretched. You can blow dry your hair, or you can do any other non-heat stretching method to make sure that your afro is elongated as mine is. So this is going to make it a lot easier for you compared to if your hair is unstretched. So that's the key to keep in mind. So right now, as you can see, I'm going to be showing you the easiest part of your hair to braid. So the easiest part of your hair to braid will be the middle. So that's what we will be doing right now. So for parting your hair and getting it ready for a braid, I have this part in the middle here because I just took out 2 braids because I'm getting ready to wash my hair. So the comb you want to use to part your hair is a rat tail comb. So this is going to be the section that you use to part your hair. This is going to make it easier to get that straight line going back in comparison to using the front of the comb right here. So keep that in mind. So now I will be starting by parting my hair. So you want to get a nice amount. You don't want it to be too big, but you don't want it to be too skinny as well. So a medium size. So right now, don't worry about your part coming out super straight or neat. So my scalp is dirty because I'm getting ready to wash my hair. So now I will be parting on this side so that I can have a nice section going. So you want to hold your rat tail comb, hold it steady, apply a little bit of pressure to your scalp while you push it through, going straight back. And make sure that you hold that comb steady while you're going back. Okay, so now I successfully have the middle section parted that I will be braiding. So you want to take a section and clip to make sure that you do not get any hair mixed up in that middle section while you braid it. Okay, so I have my middle section I have to bring my camera up a little bit so you guys can see me. Okay, so I have my middle section going right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on my scalp just in case dry scalp is offensive to you all. I'm getting ready to wash my hair, so that's why I'm doing this video, because so if you see dandruff, my hair is actually dirty due for a wash. But I'm gonna put a little bit of oil because I know some people don't like to see that. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't want it to be a distraction to this video. Okay, so we have our parts, we have our hair sectioned, we have everything clipped down so no hair is in the way. So make sure that that clip is nice and low. You don't want anything distracting you. So make sure that you're following along with this tutorial. Get your hair ready so that you can learn with me live. So now that the section is done, the second thing you want to make sure after parting, make sure that your hair is fully detangled properly. So you want to start from the ends and detangle your hair properly. This is going to help you to get through your braid without stopping and having to detangle. So detangled hair is key before you begin braiding. Okay, so we have our hair nice and detangled. We have our section in the middle, which is the easiest part of your head to learn how to braid in comparison to the sides. So now we are going to be getting ready to braid. So now that you have this section going straight back, don't worry about your part being perfect. You want to section off a little piece. So just take your finger and separate a piece in the front like that. So this is how it should look. You should have a piece like that in the front. Now that you have this piece in the front like that, I'm going to put a little bit of oil so my dry scalp is not a distraction. Okay, so now that you have this piece in the front like that, you want to separate it into 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. And make sure that it is as even as possible. It don't have to be perfect, but make sure it's even. So now that you have your 3 sections right here, like that, there's 3. So with a braid, there's 3 sections. And the key to getting a braid is to pick up the sections on the outside. So you're always moving this index finger behind the middle section and you're picking up the one on the outside. So as you can see, I'm holding this one with these fingers right here, my 3 last fingers, and with the index finger and the thumb, I'm going over here to pick up that side of the hair on the left side of my head. So when I pick up that side, I bring it to the middle like that. So now the left part is in the middle. And then I'm going to repeat that same thing on the opposite hand. So with this index finger and thumb, I'm going to go behind this middle section right here. And I'm going to pick up the right section over there. So that's the technique you want to be doing, going straight back. So I'm going pick up the left side and then I go over and pick up the right. So the way you form your braid is that you are picking, when you go over in the back to pick up the left section, you are picking up a little bit of hair behind that braid. So the less hair you pick up behind that braid, the neater your braid will come out. So you want to go over here. While you're picking up the left, you also pick up a little bit in the back that's not a part of that section. Then you bring that to the middle. Then you take the index finger of the opposite hand and you pick up the opposite side with a little bit of hair with it. So follow this technique. I'm over here. Use your index finger. Push it through the front. And then you pick up the right side. Then when you pick up the right side, you bring it to the middle. So your index finger is what's separating the hair in the back that's unbraided from the middle section. So when you push it through, you always want to go a little bit behind that section. And this is what's going to capture a little bit of hair right there. So practice this technique and get used to it. So you go over, index finger, push it through, pick up a little bit of hair, index finger, push it through. As you can see right here, when I push it through, there's some hair behind that section. I'm also picking up a little bit. And apply some pressure. So to make your braid come out neat, you can apply some tension to your scalp or to that section. So the tighter you grip it, the neater your braid is going to come out and it won't come out as loose. So the index finger is what's doing a lot of the job. As you can see, you have 3 sections. I still have that 3 sections even though I'm halfway down that braid. So with the 3 sections, I am going to be going behind the middle section. You always want to keep these 3 sections going and never mix them up or form them into one. So I go behind that middle section, pick up the outside section, behind that middle section, pick up the outside section, bring it to the middle, behind, pick up the outside section, bring it to the middle. So I will be showing you from a back angle so you can see better like what I'm doing. So as you can see, I still have those 3 sections right here. 3 sections still separated, and I'm taking my index finger on the right side right here and I'm pushing that index finger through, pick up the right side. So you're technically just bringing the outside sections to the middle. That's the braiding technique. Push it through, pick up the left side, bring the left side in the middle, push it through, pick up the right side, bring the right side in the middle, and remember to pick up a little bit of hair. Do not pick up too much hair behind that braid or else it's going to come out loose and it won't look like a braid. And make sure you have tension in those fingers. So you want to grip as tight as you can. Not too tight because you don't want to get a headache. But grip, push the index finger through. Bring the right side over to the middle. Push the index finger through. Bring the left side to the middle. Right, middle. Left, middle. Right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle. So if I don't apply tension while I'm picking up that hair, the braid will come out looser. So this is how a braid comes out if you don't apply tension. So when you're starting out, you can start with no tension. That's okay too. You don't have to begin with tension. You can take it at your own pace and apply tension later. So right now it's just all about learning that technique. So push it through. Push that index finger through. Pick up the right side. Bring it over. Left side. Bring it over. See, these three sections are always separated. Bring it to the middle. And when you get to the ends, you're just going to do a regular plait all the way to the end if you wish to. As you can see, you still can see the technique even though I'm at doing the plait part at the end. It's like a plait. It's the same motion. Go under that middle section, under, 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 under. Okay, so that first braid is done. As you can see, this is a braid, also known as a cornrow. So it's flat to the head and it's laying flat. Okay, so I hope that was helpful to you all. And your first braid is not going to look like mine. You know, this is a journey. You may get lucky. Your first braid may look like mine. But don't worry. My first braid looked like garbage. It did not look anything like that. It was probably unrecognizable. So the most important thing when learning how to braid is to get the technique down pat. Is to get used to doing the technique. Even though it won't look like a braid, it might look crazy, but as long as you begin to get those finger techniques, once you have that finger technique down pat, then you can start practicing even more and adding tension. The tension is what forms it into a braid. When you first start, you may not even know how to add tension, and that's okay. As you go, you're going to learn how to add tension. So practice, 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 and you will get better.